I am Professor Vinster, and welcome to Jurplastic World.
Professor Vinster here. Yes, I've been working on this truck for a little while now, and I wanted to show my progress on it and what goes into one of these trucks. This, I believe, is supposed to be 1/10 scale, um, but the wheels and all that are the size of 1/14. So I'm not really too sure. It lines up with my 1/14 scale trailers. So I'm thinking by the doors, I'm going to go 1/14, even though it looks like it's a lot bigger. But anyway, this truck is actually a pretty neat model to get into, and it's not hard to actually print this one. It's just time consuming, and some parts you have to buy, which are nuts and bolts and screws. But on the file that you can find online, they tell you exactly what you need and all the bolts and the sizes and stuff like that. So, but even the cab flips forward. I've got just a regular 540 motor in here. The servo itself for the steering, and it runs really well. Now, it's not to break any speed records, but if you were going to make it so that it was completely burnout, so you could actually burn out and stuff with this thing, you would have to go with totally different dry shafts. But other than that, this thing's not going to be designed to break any speed limits. The hitch part that hitches up is just like a real truck. Same idea, hitches in. You can make that automatic with the radio if you like. Tires, all the tires are actually made from TPU. I made all the tires myself. Oh, and under here you can see this plate. I've got that plate covering the gears because the gears were wide open. I started painting some of the parts on it. Leaf springs are all made just like real leaf springs of a truck. Same in the rear. It's a really neat project. It's actually both drives, both rear end drive. So it is, if you want to get technical, it's four-wheel drive. The front is not, which my other trucks that I have are all, I would guess you'd call it six-wheel drive. And then the big flatbed I got, that's actually eight-wheel drive. So yeah, all the drive shafts, all the yokes and all that on them are all printed, and they're printed with TPU. Those are drive. The actual leaf springs are done with PLA. The front end and all that, the bumpers and all that PLA. The cab PLA plus, PLA plus. All the rims I make, other than the batteries and stuff like that on this truck. And the shocks. I don't know, you can't see the shocks there, but the shocks back here, you can kind of see this. There they are. You can see that bottom one. If I can point the finger in the right direction, I buy them online, and they all work like proper shocks. You can make them. I do have a file for them, so you can make them. But I can't remember how many nuts and bolts and stuff, but there's a few. So yeah, there's a few on it. But it's a really fun project. And when the cab comes forward, of course, um, I'll tilt it this way so that you can see it this way. Um, how the motor's built in, and the servo actually works the wheels. You can see the going back and forth. Like I said, the tires are made out of all is a really cool TPU. I've got the pack right here. Um, I don't know if you can see that. I have the package open so you can actually see. Let's get it proper here so you can see it. So it's Overture TPU, and it's designed for tires. So I think it's about something like $45 cost to purchase the TPU. I print them on one of my smaller printers, which is better off because then I can leave the big printers printing the cab and all that. See, if I turn the cab this way, you'll see the back actually. They have I have the bit silver, the mud flaps like the big trucks do. So that's really cool. The cab's glued right across this line here. They've got these are all for switches, and that flips open like that. So the back of this truck, if you look at it, there's the rear end of the truck. It's just like a real truck. That's what made me fall in love with printing this thing. It's a really cool truck. Let's turn it this way. Oh, let's flip it over. Yeah, we'll flip it this way. You can still see me, so that's good. Well, I mean, not good for you, but it's good. And yeah, so the mud flaps were something neat, and I make them out of TPU too. So it's like it's a great filament for making rubber, and they're actually really soft, so they actually get traction. TPU that I used to get before, it wasn't as soft. It would spin on the hardwood floors, but this one has no problem. And it's got a bit of I know you can't see it in that camera because sometimes at night when I film, I pick this spot here so I can talk about projects. This one to put it together, I know a lot of people don't want to watch long videos. So what I'm trying to explain in this video is I usually make a long video and then I make a short video of it so that you have a choice that if you like what you see, then I sometimes put it in the next video coming up if it works out that way. And you can go back and watch the truck be completely built from ground up. This truck wasn't, so that's why I'm doing a video of it now because I think it's really interesting. And I got a lot of stuff that I print that I really like, and I like to share it. But it's hard to share stuff that's already put together. They some people don't get the gist of it of what it took. But I always say, and I know the camera's down here. I always say, pick a spot to start and just start building. Build the frame, build the wheels, build. What I built first was I built all the drivetrains parts, the transaxles, the rear ends, the front ends. I built all the, and then I built the frame, and then started building the leaf springs to go to the frame. And I built my way up so that it started looking, excuse me, like a truck as I got going, and then build other pieces. And a lot of times, this is not designed by me, of course. This is designed by somebody online that was really good at their craft and really enjoyed what they did. So it's all, when it went together just the way it should. I didn't have to make any holes bigger. I didn't have to change anything. The only thing I did do was I bought a threaded unit that I use on the drill, and sometimes I thread out pieces. Some people say, "Oh, how do you do that without splitting it?" Uh, this filament uh, is TPU. I can't drill it out and thread it. It seems to be. It's very hard, but it seems to be brittle in a way. It's strong for outdoors and stuff, but when you start messing with it, it really doesn't have any give. So I use the filament, the PLA plus, and I find that you can actually thread it. You can do a lot with it. So, and also the thing is too is the taillights I'm going to do. I'm going to swing this around again. Now they have the spot for the taillights. See, it's already got the spot for the lights, and it comes with the taillight size file, and I do them in red, yellow, and white, whatever I have to for the back end and the front end. And here's the front end, and I have the headlights for this and the bumper lights. So you have both. So that is really cool. Now the front windshield in this right here, front windshield, I'm going to actually mold it so that it wraps around. It's going to wrap around so it looks like it fits better. It's kind of blocky looking right now. So I'm going to make that wrap around and fit right in there. So fit and cut it to size to fit right inside and right around here. So that, and I'm going to do it in a, actually, Mrs. Vincer just found some tinted, I don't know if it's Lexan, plexiglass. I don't think it's plexiglass because plexiglass doesn't want to, it's not very forgiving when you bend it. It's probably, it's probably some thin, what do they call it? Don't ask me. That's when I do my videos. Sometimes I don't do my homework and get the names right. But it is a pliable plastic, I believe, and it's tinted, so it'll actually fit in there nicely. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing this. We got a lot of projects on the go. I've got trailers that fit it, and I've also got the speed control and everything. That actually this one will also make noise like a real truck, the brakes and everything. So yeah, so thanks for sticking by and watching this video, and um, keep it in the I don't know, subscribe and keep an eye out so you can see what I'm finishing, and you never know what's next. I got boats in the background. I've got everything. I've got all kinds of goodies that I'd like to share. And if you have any questions, be free to ask questions. I may not get back to you right away, but I will get back to you. I guarantee I will get back to you because I like sharing. I'm not one of those kind of guys that says, "Oh, it's my idea." I do it the only I'm no, I like sharing, and if you have any questions to ask me and anything, say, "Look, I want to try this." Well, I'll let you know what I know, and if I don't know it, maybe I know somebody that does know it. So anyway, thanks for sticking around and keep an eye out. So we'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.